blood from the celebration or just the hits?
I wish I could say the celebration, but it was the hits. They kept coming at me, but whatever.
Kyle, when you're coming down the slot, what did you see? Did you see the puck trickle? Tell us about it from your vantage point.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he had it, and then it came out. And I was going to do whatever I could do to make sure my stick hit that puck before his stick.
Looks like you had to hit it twice.
Yeah, that's what someone said. I haven't seen the replay yet, but I thought I only hit it once, I thought.
Looked like you hit it once and went off the post and went off the defenseman's skate.
I'll take it.
I mean, just to be, targeted as you were tonight for physical play, and then to be able to kind of stick the knife in at the end, how do you sum that up?
It feels great. I mean, I'll be feeling it in the morning, but it's so worth it. So, I'll have a scar I'll always remember.
Curt, you started that whole sequence just by throwing it on net. What was that? Take me through that process, and did you expect that to turn into anything special when you first took that shot?
I just hoped. I wanted that game to be over with. It was the end of the third overtime. We were all dying, all the boys. We've gone so far together, so just wanted. I was hoping it would have gone in by myself, but it's good that my brother got it. So.
Coach, what was it like just to watch that game unfold? I mean, as it kept on going and you're down 2-1 to tie it, and then just the overtimes kept coming.
Well, I really think that for 2 periods we were out of our game. They had us playing their style of play, and I knew that if we could somehow get our game going, that we could get that tying goal, which we did. And then they got that tough goal, and we're all diving to try to save it. It goes in somehow, and again, our kids are warriors and built to win, and they found a way to tie that game up. And once they got into the overtimes, then who knew? Then it's a great effort like that, or a lucky hop, or But the thing I felt good about was we were playing well, and Andrew was seeing the puck well, and nothing was coming back off of him, so he was handling pucks for us.
Lee, it was the longest state title game in history. None have gone 3 overtimes. Can you, spur of the moment, I know it's only half an hour over, but can you assess, can we call this the best state championship game in history?
Since we won, yeah. If I'm Mike Randolph, probably not. He's probably got another one that's probably more memorable. But, the Duluth East, they're classy. And they come hard, and they come to play, and they play right, and so do we. And so, in the elements of high school hockey and how great it is, it probably was one of the best games ever. It probably was dull until it got opened up. There in the third, I think it really opened up through the overtimes. But I think from the second period on, it was a classic because there was so many chances both ways.
Andrew, what was it kind of like to be in that situation? It was a really close game. You guys had a pretty easy time the first couple of games to get to this point. Just what was the feeling being in the middle of all that action?
It was amazing. I mean, to be in a game like this with such a great team like Duluth East. I mean, they took it to us in overtime at their barn back in January, and it was just great to get them back for this one.
Andrew, between the time you gave up the second goal and it was tied, what were you? I know you're probably concentrating, but I mean, what were you thinking in the back of your mind?
Well, once we got that tying goal late in the third, I could tell that we were definitely gonna take it. I mean, it just clicked after that, and we were battling all game long, and it was just great that I have all these teammates to back me up. I mean, you see Nick Sealer saving the puck in the second period, and I mean, I couldn't ask for better teammates.
Andrew, what did you see about the one that did hit you and popped up in the air? What did you ever see the puck again before?
Yeah, I think it tipped off one of our. I got deflected off Kyle. Took a bad hop off me, and then I saw it up over my head, and I tried to make one last bat at it, almost like Tommy did in the Egan game. But it trickled in. But I mean, you see the guys diving for the puck, so they weren't going to give up.
Coach, what's it like to have a goalie like Andrew, have now been in net for you guys for 2 state championships in 3 years? How important is it to have a steady guy in nets for you for that period of time?
Well, it was nice because I don't think in the 3 years that I've coached him that I can count 5 bad goals that really went in on him. He's steady, and when you don't give up that goal, that puts everyone back on their heels because you shouldn't give it up. It's nice, and our guys can always play on their toes because he's there to bail us out. And he made a couple saves on their big guys that we turned over pucks on the blue line. Here they come 3-on-1. He made a couple saves in overtimes to bail us out even there, but he just was so consistent, very unselfish. I mean, he let the backups play during the course of his career, and I don't know how many high school goalies in their history have won 2 titles. I'm sure, maybe someone from Grand Rapids or something in the 70s or 80s might have, but that's quite an accomplishment for a goaltender to have 1, let alone 2.
David, does it feel like you played in a triple overtime game? Are you guys pretty exhausted right now, or what's the feeling?
Yeah, we're all pretty tired, but there's still some energy there just because we just won. But yeah, we're all pretty tired.
I think if you guys were able to walk into the locker room right now and see the 13 seniors, how they're hugging each other and crying, and to go out as champions like that again. People looked at the first one, and we were really good. We had like 16 wins in a row there at that stage, but people thought, oh, it couldn't happen again. And then last year we get our butt kicked by Tonka in the section final, and these guys set the goal to get right back and do it, and they did. Our goal is to be the last team standing, and because of their effort, we are.
Leader, can you talk about your feeder system? I mean, this all started, I remember covering these guys when you won the Bantam tournament 4 years ago, and you won the state tournament the next year. And all these guys staying together, because in today's day and age, you see a lot of kids take off.
The best thing that happened is when they all decided to stay here. There's a lot of guys in that room that had opportunities to go other places or do other things, but they were loyal to each other. They were loyal to our program, and it's great. We're lucky in Eden Prairie. We have some real good coaches. Chris Lacombe was a big part of what this, and Tom Hendricks, and they were their Bantam coaches and helped teach them how to win, and Noah Ron and helped them back, before. And there's a lot of people that had a special interest in this group, but I think the thing that everyone would learn from this group is that their parents were so hands-off. When they decided that they were going to stay in Eden Prairie, I didn't get phone calls, I didn't get emails, I didn't get anything. They just let me coach. They let our staff do our thing, and the kids played, and they got to go out and enjoy it. And the memories that these guys have left their parents, it's just amazing.
Kyle, along that same vein, I mean, you had a very public decision you had to make back in November. I can't imagine you could have drawn it up any better than this when you did that. But back then, is this the route you envisioned when you decided to come back?
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, this is why I came back for this tournament. It's an incredible experience, and getting it 2 years ago is something that you want to get back and do again. And it's pretty sad that we don't have an opportunity to do it again, but yeah, it's definitely worth it.
Curt, could you follow up on that and just talk about your feeling when Kyle said he was going to leave and then change his mind, and you're now sitting next to him after kind of combining on championship goal?
I let him make his own decision. Like, he came to me for advice, and I said it's all up to you. It's what you feel in your heart.
Great brother.
And so when he came to me and told me he was leaving, I didn't question him at all. I just said, good luck, have the best year, we'll be rooting for you, we'll be making trips. But he decided he came back, and it was one of the happiest days. Like, you can't ask for a better situation as a brother. We have 3 sets of brothers on this team, and we're all really close. So
moment right now, just sitting next to him? How does this compare to anything else you've experienced?
This probably is by far one of the best moments we've had together. So.
Andrew, having done this twice now, is the experience any different for you this time as opposed to when you were a sophomore?
Yeah, I think it's a lot better this time. I mean, 2 years ago, playing Moorhead, you know, they're a great team, but I feel like Duluth East just like gave it their all tonight. And I mean, 3 overtimes, you can't ask for a better game than that. It's unbelievable.
Lee, we still haven't had back-to-backs since Jefferson, 15, 20 years ago. But this is a group that did it twice with a lot of the same players. Have you thought about the place? I won't say in history, but just where this team and this group of guys kind of belongs when you start thinking about the big picture of high school hockey and tournament history.
Well, I certainly hope they would get remembered as legends for what they've accomplished. I think the Jefferson team and winning all those games in a row and with Coach Satterdahl was probably the team that everyone would recognize as maybe the best team. But I can't imagine anybody being much better than us as far as, the wins that we had this year, the schedule we played, and, we won the Lake Conference 3 times and probably all academic seat for 3 times and, 2 state tournaments and a section final. And that's a pretty good run. We were trying to figure out, I think a lot of the guys played 90 high school games.
Wow.
And that's amazing.
Lee, Mike Randolph talked about what it meant for Kyle to come back just for high school. Can you expand on that a little?
Well, it's too bad that Kyle wasn't in there when Mike came in and talked to our locker room. He was very classy and he really pointed that out that, a lot of the guys could have walked away and left and they stayed, and how much better that is for high school hockey. I mean, the numbers on this game probably were real good for TV ratings and just, I got 2 sons, a squirt and a mite, and they were witnessing something like this. There's no way that they wouldn't want to experience what these guys have gone through. And that's happening in Andover, Pequot Lakes, wherever, There's people that have dreams right now of doing what these guys have accomplished twice.
Any other questions? All right, guys.
I just want to thank you guys. I think our product right now is really good, high school hockey, but I also think that the attention the media is giving it is really rewarding for our kids. It's helping them get noticed. The stories are positive, and we're not looking for dirt. We're picking up good stories about good kids, and I want to thank you guys for what you do behind the scenes for high school hockey too.